Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. My name is 𝗙𝗪𝗋. I'm your host, and we have another special guest on the show right now. Dennis, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for
Fantastic.
asking. And of course, we know you're very busy. Thank you very much for giving us your time.
My
So,
pleasure.
for everyone's benefit and everyone who's listening and watching, of course, can you tell us something about yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. I am a MAPS coach with Keller Williams and have been in that process or in MAPS coaching for a little over 2.5 years. I run about a level 5 MRA level 5 business, real estate business here in Indianapolis, Indiana as well.
Oh, so a MAPS coach. I know that some of our listeners might not know what a MAPS coach is. Can you share with us what does your typical day look like?
Yeah, a lot of calls, a lot of Zoom calls. So I coach 21 clients all over the country. And so those are business owners that are looking to maximize their time, their efforts, and their money. And really, I'm here to be a business partner with them and move them to that new area of growth.
Of course, coaching or talking to a lot of very growth-minded people could really take up a lot of your time. Am I right?
Oh yeah, tons of time.
Of course. And that's why I know for a fact that you have your own cyberbacker, Marie's supporting you in your business, correct?
Yes, I do. Yep. She supports me not only in the MAPS coaching, but she also supports me on the real estate transactional side as well. So she helps my team when she's not on the calls with me
Hmm.
and helping me out with the MAPS coaching. She'll go on that side and help that end.
Wow, very, very flexible for your cyberbacker. What we'd like to know is, what can you tell us about your cyberbacker? The interaction every day, the attitude, personality-wise?
Yeah, Marie's shows up. She's one of those individuals that's very consistent, very positive, um, always upbeat. In terms of her communication, it's spot on. She always texts me every morning and always saying, hey, I hope you're having a great day. It's not all about business, which I like. That's how I coach. And she's Johnny on the spot when it comes to making sure that if there is commitments made either from me or from the client, she's the follow-up person. She cleans everything up for me. So I appreciate her very much.
Wow. How long have you been working with Maurice?
Almost about a year and a half. So
Wow.
it's been a good relationship with us.
Now, since you're talking about a good relationship already, what makes this kind of relationship a successful partnership? Because, of course, this isn't the conventional way of doing things, right? When you say
Yeah,
assistant or someone to help you out, usually there's someone right there, right next to you, helping you out. But again, hmm
yeah, great question. It's one of those things that setting expectations up front
hmm
means the world, means the difference between successful relationship or a
hmm
non-successful relationship. It's the expectations and standards that we communicated up front and we
hmm
continue to communicate, right? Because things change over a year and a half
yes,
and we get used to how each other work. And it's constant dialogue in terms of how we can improve each other, right? She's not just my admin, she's my partner in terms of moving people forward.
of course, again, her growth is going to be your growth and vice versa, right?
Oh, 100%.
Now, let's talk about the time that she has saved you. Ever since she started working with you in your business, how much time has she saved you?
Yeah, in terms of coaching, right? So
Mhm.
they're typically half-hour slots on Zoom calls, and then you do preparation, you do all the notes. There's a lot of back end work. So I
Mhm.
would say with me coaching over 21 clients that she's probably saving me 40 hours a week
Wow.
um, in terms of just getting more into it. Now, again, that's not even including the residential team side of things, which she does admin work on that side. So I'm not typically doing it. And yet it's saving me money because of the fact that my admins here are not having to do some of the tasks. So she's saving me a lot of time and money.
Imagine the time that you save, just that time factor, 40 hours every week. Imagine the things that you could do and the things that you could do more to, of course, grow the business. Now, you already touched base on a few things, maybe about the things that she's currently doing for you and your admin team, as being admin for your real estate team, I mean. What are some of the things that you're considering having her do in the future, though?
Yeah, she's very familiar with my approach. So as we get new clients, she's enabled to set things up for them. So I don't have to go in and set, the program up, re-engage them if they have expectations. So she's really taking on a lot of the things that I took on initially. So her approach now moving forward is going to take on a lot more responsibility of just setting people up for it.
Okay, gotcha. Now, my next question is a bit tough. No relationship is perfect. There could be hurdles, problems in between. Now, what have been some of the challenges or opportunities for growth that you've had working with Cyberbacker?
There's some times that the communication isn't 100%, and yet she's again, this is going back down to her expectations. If she doesn't understand something or misunderstand something, then she always comes to me and connects with me, and we get that circled back around and just make sure that everything's right. The only other challenge is in which she can't really control is the weather out there, and just sometimes there's spotty internet, and sometimes that happens unfortunately out there. So.
Of course, but let me ask, how did your cyberbacker, Maurice, overcome those challenges, especially with the weather and, let's say, the internet?
She has driven to her friend's house, her family member's house, to get on the internet in the middle of the night there, which, again, it's going above and beyond. She could just give up and say, hey, I just don't have internet today. And yet she's willing to go up and beyond and do things outside of the ordinary to make sure that connection's there.
Of course, that commitment to work, of course, and to you and your business. Now, one last thing then is, what advice would you be able to give other business owners who would want to hire a cyberbacker?
Yeah. First and foremost, understand what you want of the position, right? Too many times people get in relationship with admins or virtual assistant companies, and they don't know what they want. They don't know the expectations. They don't know what that they want that person to do. I would say go in knowing the fact that you want something out of that relationship, some sort of return, right? And you have something to hold them accountable to, because every job has accountability. So if you don't have that accountability within that position, there's going to be different expectations. They're going to have their own expectations, and you're going to have your expectations. So I would just make sure that you have your expectations of the position and the relationship, and have an open communication line.
Of course, again, we go back to that point. Communication is really the key in this type of setup, of course, and partnership. Now, one last thing. I know that Maurice would be listening once we have this online. Would you want to give her a quick shout out or any words you'd like to tell her?
Yeah, Maurice, you're a rock star. I appreciate you. You're a solid business partner, and I look forward to many more calls and years to come. So
we too here are very excited to see where your partnership with Cyberbacker would be in the next few years to come. Dennis, thank you very much for being on the show today.
My pleasure. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.